Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of the Smackdown review here on Wrestling with Regret. My name is Alex, your self-proclaimed Queen of the Ring, and this week's episode, we've got a title change, we've got a big return, and we've got some dog food. So how did it all play out? Well, let's just jump into it. So we open up the show this week setting up the main event for this episode, which is the Usos and Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. Funny, because I feel like I saw this last week. Oh wait, I did. But there is a stipulation: the loser has to eat dog food. That's right, we're bringing back dog food into this feud. I do have to applaud the Usos because their mic work has gotten a lot better, especially working with Roman Reigns. I feel like he's been rubbing off on them a little bit. They just seemed a lot more comfortable on the mic this week compared to previous stuff that they've done. So I really like the Usos during this segment, but you know what, we'll get to the main event in a second, but let's move on. But moving on to the Fatal 4-Way Tag match between Heavy Machinery, The Revival, the Lucha House Party, and John Morrison and The Miz. So, I have a few things about this match. It was a good match, it was a fun match, I am not going to lie, but it was revealed today that The Revival asked for their release from the WWE. So obviously they were not going to win the match. It was interesting to go into that match and see them and just know, like, well, they're not going to win and they're probably not going to put their all into this match either, which they did. I'm not saying that they didn't, but it was just an interesting element to the match. The match was fun, but then you have The Miz and John Morrison win, and now they're going to go after the tag titles. Like, are they going to give the tag titles to The Miz and John Morrison? I really hope not. Oh gosh, I hope not. Is that thought process crazy to me? Like, the three tag teams, actual tag teams in that match did not win that match to go on to face the tag team champions? Am I going crazy? But yes, The Miz and John Morrison win, and that means that they have a shot for the tag team titles, and now we can all see why The Revival asked for their release today. Right after that match, we see Tucker and Otis backstage, and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville comes up to both of them, and Mandy thanks Otis for helping her out at the Royal Rumble, which was great spots. It was great. So Mandy thanked Otis, but then Otis took a page out of my book and got super nervous and kind of word vomited and asked Mandy out on a date next Friday. However, Mandy Rose is busy next Friday, but she's free the following Friday, which is Valentine's Day. So I guess we're setting up a huge little, cute little storyline between Mandy Rose and Otis being Valentine's. I just really hope he has like a full-blown Canadian tuxedo, Canadian blue-collar tuxedo. I want to see that. So right after that cute little moment, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose head on to the ring and get ready for their match against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Apparently the winner of this match goes on to face the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team titles. Gee, I wonder who that's gonna be. It's not gonna be Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville. It's gonna be Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. What? It is? Crazy. Couldn't have predicted that. Like, I just have to say that this episode of SmackDown, the wins were so predictable. I absolutely did not have to watch any of the matches to be like, oh no, is Mandy Rose and Sonya actually going to win? No, they never had a chance. I feel like the people that lost their matches tonight never had a chance of winning. Like, you heard the match and you're like, yeah, I know who's winning that. You know why? Because it happened last week. Like, But moving on, we have the Intercontinental title match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman. Again, Braun Strowman was definitely going to win this match, and he did, but it was an alright match. But shout out to Sami Zayn for being absolutely fantastic. He's grown on me so much as a manager. I know in the beginning of these reviews, when I first started these reviews, I kept saying like, where's Sami Zayn? I want Sami Zayn to wrestle. I want Sami Zayn to wrestle. As of right now, I am good because I'm absolutely enjoying him being a manager. But yes, congratulations to Braun Strowman. He does deserve the title. He has been in the company for a while. He's put in the work for sure. I truly do believe that in 2018, he should have won the Intercontinental Championship. I believe that he should have won the Elimination Chamber. He should have gone on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but the past is in the past. He is the Intercontinental title now. And you know what? They were not doing anything with Shinsuke. I will admit that. So hopefully they do something great with Braun Strowman. And hopefully at WrestleMania, they don't have Braun Strowman face a celebrity for the Intercontinental Championship, because then it's going to be David Arquette all over again. Following that, we have a match between Sheamus and Shorty G. Now, they have been promoting Sheamus's return for weeks, and I thought Sheamus was going to show up at the Royal Rumble, and he didn't. He wasn't in the Royal Rumble, but instead, this week on SmackDown, he has a match against Shorty G. But I understand Shorty G having this match with a former champion. It's good for Shorty G. Also, big shout out to Shorty G, Chad Gable, for wearing Lakers colors. But it did like the way that this match started. Shorty G came out and attacked Sheamus during his entrance. He ran into the ring. Sheamus ran after him, and they had a match. It was an alright match. Of course, Sheamus was gonna win. Did you see Shorty G winning that, especially after attacking him in the beginning? No. Sheamus won, of course. Next up is probably the best thing that happened tonight. So Bayley comes out, and it is the first time that we actually see a smile on her face. She's actually cheerful to come out into the ring, and she talks about Lacey Evans and how she feels good about beating Lacey Evans at the Royal Rumble, and she calls out Charlotte. Now, Charlotte won the Royal Rumble, but she has not picked her opponent yet for WrestleMania. So Bayley called her out, and she's like, you know what, Charlotte, I know you're gonna come after me. If you want to come after me, do it now. Come out and face me. But instead, Naomi comes out. Now, Naomi returned at the Royal Rumble, and if we saw that clip from the Royal Rumble, it has been going viral. Hashtag Black Girl Magic. You love to see it. It was great. The representation is amazing. It's amazing. It's so good. I love to see her. Her beautiful freaking hair, dude. Her hair is just, it's so beautiful. I do truly see so many women in her, and it's just so amazing that so many other women see themselves in her, and they freaking deserve it. And she came out in a headgear straight out of Daft Punk. It was so cool, and I was just like, dude, I hope she keeps the hair. I hope she keeps the hair. I hope she has the hair under there. And she did, and it was great. It was a great promo. She came back and she was like, you know what, Bayley, you say that you've beaten everybody, but you haven't beaten me yet. And then Bayley attacks her, of course. And then Bayley was going to hit her with the Smackdown title, but then the athleticism that comes out of Naomi, dude, it's so good. It's so good. I'm sorry, but she deserves a WrestleMania match. Yes, I know she's won a title at WrestleMania, but she deserves a one-on-one chance. This is Naomi's year. The energy that we put into Kofi Mania last year, we need to start putting that into Naomi this year. Absolutely deserves it. I don't see anybody else on the roster, especially the SmackDown women's roster, to go after the title right now. I feel like she should really win, and it would be exciting if she won the title at the next pay-per-view, and then Sasha goes after her, and then you can have Naomi and Sasha at WrestleMania. That would be good. Either way, I am very, very happy that Naomi is back. And with all that excitement comes the main event, which is the six-man tag match between Roman Reigns, the Usos, versus Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. Now there is a stipulation: loser eats dog food. It was an alright match. I've seen it last week. I really was not paying attention this week because I've seen it last week and I knew that Roman and the Usos were gonna win. And guess what? Roman and the Usos won! Finally, the heels get their come-ups, but shouldn't that have happened at the Royal Rumble to have Roman win? And then the Usos were already out. You could have had a whole like dog food thing right then and there, near the porta potties even. It didn't have to be at ringside. Like, I guess it's great that we did it this week and he finally got his revenge on Baron Corbin from last month, because they keep showing that clip and apparently that's just like the whole basis of the feud. We didn't have a feud before this dog food apparently. Like, oh wait, no, we did. Ugh. I have to admit, it was pretty satisfying to see Baron Corbin be buried in dog food. I will say that. The Usos were great in this match, of course. I feel like the Usos have shined the most for me during these segments today and last week, but yeah, this was an alright match. It was good to see Baron Corbin just smothered in dog food. Overall, a pretty meh, with a yay exciting element to this week's episode of Smackdown. But what did you guys think? Let's see. If I was gonna rate this episode of Smackdown, I'd give it a C. I'd give it a C. Some pros. You already know. Naomi. She's a definite pro. The headgear, dude, the Daft Punk headgear was so cool. I mean, already her entrance is bomb.com. To add that, can't wait to see what you have planned for WrestleMania, because you're going to give her a title shot at WrestleMania, right? Cons this week is just, again, predictable results for matches. That's really it. And also dog food. Can we be done with the dog food, please? Well, those are my thoughts on this week's episode of SmackDown, but what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm at _Queen of the Ring on Twitter. Actually, that's Instagram, not Twitter. On Instagram, I'm at _Queen of the Ring, and on Twitter, I'm at @Queen of the Ring. You would think after weeks of doing this, I have a routine of how to promote my social media. But anyway, if you want to subscribe to my channel, the link is down below. As always, guys, my name is Alex, your self-proclaimed Queen of the Ring, and I will see you next week here on another edition of SmackDown Live. Goodbye.